Welcome back to Richmond Tourism Talk. We're at Fort Boonesborough this afternoon, and I'd like to welcome some visitors to our lovely city of Richmond in Madison County. Tell us why you all are here.
Well, we've got a spare day on holiday here. We're here for the Rolex 3-day eventing up this weekend, and we decided to come along, have a look around this camp in one of our spare days.
Well, great. And your name is Anthony and Karen, and we thank you for coming to visit our lovely city in Richmond and Madison County. So, how did you find out about Fort Boonesborough?
We saw it in the, we had a visitor guide in the hotel, you know, the magazines, and we just following them
on the
really.
internet and found our way here.
So you're here for the Rolex 3-day event,
Yeah.
you're staying in Lexington, and thought you would come visit Fort Boonesborough.
Yeah, it's on some spare days, yeah.
See a frontier fort like this.
Great.
Interesting to see.
So have you toured it already? Or?
Yeah.
And what did you think?
It's really good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
Didn't know
Good.
what to expect, but it was very neat. Yeah, I liked it.
Good. So you would highly recommend it?
Oh yeah.
Families?
Yeah.
Wonderful
Ideal.
facility.
Yeah, ideal, yes.
Good. Well, thank you so much. And we appreciate you coming, well, to America and into Madison County. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome back to Richmond Tourism Talk. I'm with Todd Melton with Fort Boonesborough, and we are here today at this very historic park. Tell us, Todd, some of your future plans in the next couple of months going on here at the park.
Okay, May is actually starting to be a really busy month for us. We have several things at the fort going on. One of the big things we have this year, that we have every year actually, is the Spring Trade Fair, which is Memorial Day weekend. We do, we'll have a bunch of, we do things very period correct around here as much as possible. So during that time, we'll have a bunch of 18th century period correct vendors, merchants that will come and set up within the fort, outside the fort, and sell goods that you would have found around here during the 18th century. We have they'll sell knives and hatchets and clothing and food and all sorts of things that you would have found during that time. It's a big event, one of our biggest events of the year every year. It's kind of one of the first events that we have of the year, so we get to see the reenactors for the first time. They'll all come and they have a great time.
And that's family appropriate?
Absolutely. It's great for people that have an interest in Kentucky history. Just anyone that has an interest would enjoy the visit here that day.
Now, is there a cost to that event?
The regular fort admission is $8 for adults and $5 for children.
Okay.
And that event is free with paid admission to the fort for that weekend. So it's no extra cost to come. You can come and do the things that you would normally do at the fort. In addition, that weekend you'll have a bunch of people out here that are sitting around eager to answer questions and visit with customers and
history buffs.
Yeah, it's great for them. I mean, I learn something every year at this thing. So
great.
It's really good.
And what else do you have going on?
After that, actually on that same weekend, we have that Saturday, the 26th. We have something that we have every Saturday or once a month. One Saturday a month is called 18th Century Court Days. And we have it down here in the Tavern Blockhouse. It's very interesting. It's Scott New, the gentleman that portrays Daniel Boone here at the park, holds court, and it's an 18th century court. And the good thing about it is anybody that, a lot of people that come here and visit will get to take part in it, and we'll actually have roles, and then Scott will assign them roles and things of that nature. That's on the 26th of that same weekend, so that'll be a big weekend here at the fort.
That will be.
After that, we have
June.
In June the 22nd and 23rd, we'll have the tinsmith and coppersmith convergence here at the park, which is the first time we will have ever had that event here. It moves around. It was in northeast United States, and we actually have an 18th century tinsmith here, and he goes every year. So he decided that he would suggest that they come here this year. So we're very excited to have it. We're expecting somewhere around 50 tinsmiths and coppersmiths. And they're not all 18th century tinsmiths and coppersmiths, but all periods. But it should be really, really interesting. They'll have a bunch of tin and copper products that they make by hand and period correct for their period.
And will those be for sale?
They will. Some of them will have things for sale. A lot of them will have things just to display and just as conversation pieces. A lot of times. But this fort should be filled with people that you've never seen here before. So anybody that's been here a bunch of times and wants to come back and see something new, it's a really good weekend to do it. Also, and I'd like for Scott to talk about this when you talk with him, that we have Boone's Trace Tours. It's a brand new thing we've done. We've done it one time so far. It's actually sponsored by the foundation, Fort Boonesborough Foundation.
Okay.
We did an overnight trip that went down to Cumberland Gap. They stayed overnight at Pine Mountain and followed Daniel Boone's trace from when he came from the Cumberland Gap up through Boonesborough. Loosely follows 25, I think, and so they drive up there, and then Scott will act as guide that day, and he is very knowledgeable about the whole trace. They'll stop at a bunch of different places, and he has all this research about what happened at certain places and things like that. So it was really informative to everybody that went. We got nothing but high praise about the tour. That next one will be May 22nd. Got to back up. It's on the 22nd, and that'll be a short. This one will be a short trip that'll go down to Levi Jackson and come back. It's half a day. It's not an overnight thing, but it's something new that we're very excited about. It's something that nobody around here does, and we're very excited to provide that for anybody that's interested in Boone and his trip from the Cumberland Gap up to here.
Right. So for those people watching and may not have paper and pencil to write down these important dates, they can always find you online?
Yes. First place I would look is fortboonesboroughlivinghistory.org.
Okay.
That is the website that we pay for. That's where information is posted first.
So it will contain all these dates.
All this stuff,
don't worry if you're not writing it down. You can always go to the website. That's
right.
Great.
And for information on the Boone's Trace tours, which again is sponsored by the foundation, the best place to go for that information, and you can actually sign up for any of those dates. There are 4 other dates set right now, and May 22nd is the next one. If you want to sign up for any of those dates or get any information about it, fortboonesborofoundation.org is the place to go for that. And you can actually sign up and pay with a credit card right there at the moment if you'd like to sign up for one of the tours.
Or they could call you all.
They can call us, yeah, absolutely.
Daily.
Yep.
Okay.
859-527-3131, that's our office number. Someone there should answer 7 days a week at this time of the year.
Well, Todd, thank you. This is so important to Madison County, and you really have so much going on that I don't think the people of Madison County know all the precious things that they have here in our county.
Right.
So we appreciate all the hard work that you do and letting us come and spend the day with you here at Fort Boonesborough.
Well, thanks for coming out. And you know what? Actually, we want to get everybody in Madison County to come to Fort Boonesborough. And I know there's still a lot of people out there that haven't. We hear it all the time. So
right.
What we'd like to do a special offer if we can. And anybody that comes in and mentions this program, we'd like to give away a free child admission to the fort with a paid adult. So it's just
I think that's wonderful.
We especially want kids to come here and know their history. They start early. They start 4th, 5th grade now. We want kids to know where they came from.
Right.
So if you'd like to get a free child admission, just come and mention this program, and we'll set you up.
Thank you so much, Todd. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for coming out.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Hello friends, this is Commissioner Jason Morgan. Thank you for tuning in to Channel 12, Richmond Tourism Talk.
Welcome back to Richmond Tourism Talk. We're here at Fort Boonesborough once again, and I am with Scott. And tell me your last name.
Scott New.
And tell us your important role here at Fort Boonesborough.
Well, I'm a full-time park historian, and I work for the Kentucky Humanities Council too. Most people that visit here will know me as Daniel Boone. I portray Daniel.
All right.
Boone. Give Daniel Boone programs here.
Okay.
Give the court program that Todd was talking about.
And this is an outfit that you would wear portraying Daniel Boone?
Typical of what you would have seen Colonel Boone wear. Notice there's no coonskin cap. There's no fringy leather. That's not the real Daniel Boone.
Okay.
Part of my job is a myth buster and get to what Daniel Boone really was like. So.
I think that's great.
Oh, thank you.
Because yes, so many people assume, and you're here to portray get rid of all those myths.
Right. Sorry ladies, this is pretty much what he looked like, not Fez Parker. So now you're in the land office here. I'll give you this to take home with you.
Thank you. And tell me what this is.
Land office is where your early Kentucky settlers would have been coming to buy all their property. That's your real reason for coming here, land.
Right.
75% of everybody alive then was a farmer.
Right.
And that is actually a little piece of history you're getting there. I took this from original land documents in the archives of our state library in Frankfort. So you're looking at their paperwork.
Okay.
Now, as far as the original fort is concerned, I hope folks know that
where the reconstructed fort is. This is not where the original fort stood. You have to go to the lower park. You'll see the monuments right on the banks of the Kentucky River.
Okay.
And that's another tour we offer here in the park. If you want to come with me, I can take you down to the site of the original fort and describe the original settlement for you.
Now, tell our viewers, if they pay to come in this one, does the cost include the park down there?
It includes that. Yeah,
Beautiful.
No extra charge
Good.
To see any of the programs I give here or to go to the lower park for that tour.
So it's very cost friendly, so people can bring their families, and that's what's important, because so many children are learning history in school, and this is where they need to come.
Yeah. And as Todd was telling you about the Boone's Trace Tour, you'll be surprised at how close to Daniel Boone's path we can take you. Most of the way we're either right on it or we're very, very close to it.
Okay.
The day trip is the last half of his trace, which is basically the site of Levi Jackson State Park to here. The overnight stay, we start all the way at Cumberland Gap, spend the night at Pine Mountain, and the next day we end up here.
So how do people find out about this information? Do they log on to your internet site and then they can sign up through
They
like
can
what
do that
Todd
there,
was telling us about?
Call the park.
Or call the park,
So if
okay.
you really
Now, how
want to
many
be in
people
there-
generally go to that?
Well, I've filled a whole bus full. So
that's
we
great.
had an inaugural tour for
Okay.
the foundation, and we had it full. So
Great. That's exciting.
I think so.
So now you're going to take us to the next site.
Sure.
Great. Welcome back. So tell us, where are we?
You're on the site of the original Fort Boonesborough. This monument just here is the oldest monument in the park. It was put here in 1907, before the State Park Service ever got the property.
Okay.
And where you're standing right now is approximately the site of one of the four corner blockhouses of the original fort. So if you come here on a particular day, you'll see a sign posted at the ticket office to meet me down here at 3:30.
3:30.
Yours truly will be your tour guide to walk you all over the site of the original settlement here. We'll talk about the history of the settlement, and I'll show you a few specific things on the property where, because of the archaeological dig done by University of Kentucky in the 80s, we know exactly a better layout of the original fort.
Right.
How it looked.
So I think this is so important, because you're not listening to headphones, to a recorded voice. It is you.
Yeah.
You are here telling everyone all the important history that has happened here.
Everything they want to know, everything I know that I can give to them.
Right. Well, we can definitely tell your passion for this and how
Thank
important
you.
this is to you. And
Thank you.
we so appreciate you being here with us
You're
today.
welcome. My pleasure.
Thank
My
you
pleasure.
so much.
You're welcome.
Hello everyone, this is Commissioner Richard Thomas, thanking you for tuning in to Richmond Tourism Talk on Richmond's Channel 12.
Welcome back to Richmond Tourism Talk. We're back with Todd. Todd, tell us where we are today, because this is pretty exciting.
Yeah, we are sitting on the porch of the trading post at the campground here at Fort Boonesborough. Trading post is about 1.5 years old, somewhere around there. Before this, we had a little bitty gazebo over there that was about 12 square feet for our grocery, and we use this as the grocery for the campground, and we're trying to branch out and make it sort of a grocery for the area, because there's not anything really close around here. So yeah, we're very excited to have this. We upgraded our space by about 10 times.
So tell us some of the events for the spring that you've got coming up.
In the campground here, we have in May we have the pool. Actually, the pool's going to open early this year, so it's kind of a camping thing. A lot of campers use the pool. It's going to open on the 19th.
Well, we've had nice weather.
That's right.
So you can open the pool earlier. That's
right.
great.
And school's getting out really early this year. So yeah, we usually open Memorial Day, but we're going to open the 19th this year, which is a week early. We have a spring campers yard sale here in the campground.
Okay.
That gets a lot of foot traffic from people, not just campers, but anybody in the neighborhood.
So if anybody wants to come and come to the yard sale, they can.
Yeah.
So they can sell or come by.
Well, you have to be a camper to sell. There's a
Okay.
small fee, like I don't know how much it is. It's a small fee just to set up and sell.
Okay.
But anybody can shop. We usually shop in the office. We'll come by several times. That's May the 11th and 12th, and it's a huge event for this area, for this campground every year. There are people from all over the place that come to just yard sale. After that, we have, like I said, the pool opens the next weekend. Then the weekend after that is Memorial Day. And Memorial Day, we're booked at the campground, but we have a lot of other stuff that's around the campground that we offer to the public. The pool's going to be open. We have mini golf over here that's in the campground. That's open to the public. So
that was my next question.
Yeah.
Because people of Richmond need to know they don't have to be a camper to come to the pool
Right.
or to play the putt-putt.
it's open to the public. That's
Okay.
correct. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, and actually we'll offer a similar deal for viewers of the program here. If you come by and mention the program in the trading post, this is where you come to do a putt-putt, pay for your round. We'll give you a free child round with a paid adult round here. So we want to, open this area to more than just campers. So it's the same as up at the fort. We want people in Richmond to know that we're here, and to get more people on the park.
Well, thank you. And
Thank
thank you
you.
for joining us. And like you said, we're at the Trading Post today. Lots of groceries inside,
Yep.
some T-shirts and some souvenirs. So anyone's welcome to come by and shop,
That's right.
gather whatever they need.
That's right.
Well, thank you again for
Thank
joining
you.
us, and we appreciate it. And we want to come back again.
Absolutely.
So if-
Anytime.
Well, if you'll
Let
have
us
us,
know.
we
Yeah.
want to come, because I know that you've got a lot more going on than just some few things here in the spring.
We
so
have some big things coming up in the fall.
in the fall.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we're going to not tell them that yet.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that at the next show.
Okay.
Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for Richmond Tourism Talk.
Hello everyone, I'm Commissioner Donna Bayard. Thank you for watching Richmond Tourism Talk on Channel 12.
From Fort Boonesborough today, we want to thank you for watching our Richmond Tourism Show. I'm Samantha Burford, and if you need more information about all the events and all the things going on in Madison County or the Richmond area, get on our website at richmondkytourism.com. Thank you for watching.
Hello everyone, I'm Commissioner Robert Blythe. Thank you for watching Richmond Tourism Talk on Richmond Channel 12.
Hey everybody, do you know that Richmond, Kentucky Tourism now has an iPhone app? Go to richmondkytourism.com to download yours today.
This is Mayor Jim Barnes. You're watching Richmond Tourism Talk on Channel 12.